Hey guys! What's up? Alpha Lion Simba here, and welcome to another episode of Magnificent and Mythological. Alright, mates, it's time once again to dive into Australian mythology, and this time we're covering the Bunyip. So, let's begin. The name Bunyip comes from the Aborigine word that means demons or spirits. There are many different descriptions of bunyips, but in each, the beast is a huge, evil creature that lives in swamps, lakes, and riverbeds, and, unseen, can be recognized by its loud cry. It hates humans and will eat one if it feels that its home is under threat. It also creeps up on people at night. Some Bunyip legends originated with the Wemba Aborigines in southeastern Australia, but they are part of Aboriginal myths all across Australia. And in nearly all stories told about the Bunyip, the beast has a horrifying mouth. Long, dagger-like teeth and razor-sharp incisors cut through the victim with ease. Some legends of the Bunyip describe the beast as having the hind legs and tail of a giant crocodile, which they say would help the monster close in on victims who venture into the lakes and swamps where it lives. Bunyips take many forms in the stories told about them. While some say the beast has scaly skin like a reptile, others say it's a bearded snake with a colorful body hundreds of feet long. Still, other stories describe it as a huge mammal-like beast, but all agree that it's a huge, water-dwelling monster that devours humans, particularly women and children who stray too near the shores of lakes and swamps. When the Aboriginal people first migrated to Australia about 50,000 years ago, giant mammals still roamed the continent. Bunyip legends may stem from their encounters with these now extinct beasts. In fact, it is possible that these tales were inspired by the extinct mammal Diprotodon, which was the size of a rhinoceros. In fact, the white settlers of Australia thought that the Bunyip was more like a shaggy, harmless, grazing animal with a dog-like face. Some people suggest that the Bunyip is just a seal that has swum up rivers from the sea. Others say that the cry of the Bunyip is actually the booming sound of the Australasian bittern bird. Legend has it that the Bunyip was sent by supernatural spirits to punish bad people. In fact, the Aboriginals believed that spirits in a realm called the Dreamtime created the world, and thus the Aboriginals believed that bunyips are spirits sent to Earth to punish people who do evil. If ever an unlucky human came close within its reach, the Bunyip would bite the neck and then eat the victim. In fact, according to some legends, the Bunyip was once a man, but after insulting the gods, he was turned into a Bunyip and banished. The legend says that a man named Bunyip broke the rainbow serpent's greatest law by eating his totem animal. Banished by the spirit Biami, the man became an evil spirit that lured tribesmen and their livestock into the water so that he could eat them. In fact, the story of the Bunyip is so famous that in Australia there's a river named the Bunyip River and a town in the state of Victoria called Bunyip. By the time the 1800s rolled around, it became a cryptid. One of the earliest accounts of the Bunyip occurred in 1818 when explorers James Meehan and Hamilton Hume discovered large bones in Lake Bathurst in New South Wales. They did not call the creature a Bunyip, but described the remains as similar to a manatee or a hippopotamus. In the mid-1830s, fossilized bones were first discovered by George Rankin and later by Thomas Mitchell in the Wellington Caves in New South Wales. British anatomist Sir Richard Owen identified the fossils as the marsupials Diprotodon and Nototherium. And in January of 1847, an unusual skull was found on the Murrumbidgee riverbanks near Balranald, New South Wales. Initial reports suggested that it was the skull of an unidentified creature. But by July 1847, several experts identified the skull as a deformed foal or calf. Despite this, however, it was put on exhibition at the Australian Museum in Sydney as evidence of the Bunyip. And in 1851, after a supposed Bunyip was washed up on the banks of Fiery Creek, Victoria, an outline image of the Bunyip was carved by the Aborigines into the riverbank. The legend of the Bunyip is so famous that there's an Australian horror movie titled Bunyip, which is about a group of city folk who decide to hike in the Australian wilderness, but end up getting lost and having to survive against the creature. And another one titled Red Billabong pits two brothers who uncover their family secrets and realize that their friends go missing, but don't realize that the legendary Bunyip is to blame and is now stalking them. Well, that was it. My magnificent and mythological episode on the Bunyip. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave requests in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alpha Lion Simba,